And we are live. Yes, my people, what's going on, man? Welcome back to EMGM Sports. As always, man, it's me, your boy Enzo, the realest in the game, man. What's happening, people, man? What we talking about today? What are we talking about tonight, man? Let's start off with... let's start off with Deontay Wilder, the bronze bomber. Deontay Wilder, the bronze bomber. He fired Malik Scott. I never really understand this guy's name, but whatever his name is, yeah. Listen, Wilder, he's done the right thing, yeah, by getting rid of Malik Scott, yeah. But I feel like it's too late anyway. I think, like, how old is Wilder? 39, 40? Like, it's too late, man. Like, even if Wilder goes out and gets a Jonathan Banks, a Freddie Roach, whatever, or even a Sugar Hill, like Tyson Fury's coach, even if he goes out and gets one of them, he's too old, man. You know what I mean? You know that saying that you can't teach a old dog new tricks, man. Like, Wilder's too late, man. He's not, even with a new coach. I don't see him doing anything special anyway. Do you know what I mean? He should have never got rid of his old coach. I forgot his name, man. Let me know in the comments. Yo, Yems, I can see you in the comments. Let me know who's Wilder's old coach. Yeah. Like, he should have never got rid of his old coach. That old coach was really good for Wilder. He looked after Wilder, and Wilder, with his limited ability, yeah, in terms of boxing skill, his coach still got the best out of him. I think it's something Finkel, something like that. I forgot. Mark Brilliant, that's the one. Mark Brilliant. Yeah, that's him, Mark Brilliant. Yeah. He was good. He really looked after Wilder and made him a world champion, man. He made Wilder a world champion, and then Wilder started throwing all these conspiracy theories about what's his name, Mark Brilliant being against him or something like that because he pulled him out of the fight against Fury. Mate, you was getting battered. You was getting beat to a pulp. You know what I mean? Like, your coach helped you out. Like, he saved you. Do you know what I mean? His decision enabled you to have another fight after that, because if he allowed you to stay out there in that ring, you would have go. Do you know what I mean? You was one punch away from being spoon-fed. Do you know what I mean? So listen, good news for Wilder getting rid of Malik Scott. Like I said, man, he should have got rid of him early, but he didn't. One thing about Wilder, yeah, what I didn't like, that link up with Malik Scott. I get his name confused. Malik Scott, yeah. Is that Malik Scott? I think Wilder knocked him out, innit, or something like that. Wilder beat him, innit? They had a fight. Like, for me, yeah, if I'm a fighter, I'll smack you up. You're not coaching me, bro. Like, it's not happening, man. I can't have a guy that I smacked up or knocked out coaching me, bro. It's not happening, bro. You know what I mean? We can be cool, we can be friends and all that, but you're not coaching me, man. It's not happening, man. Do you know what I mean? So I was against that partnership just because of that, yeah. And then Malik Scott, who has Malik Scott like coached? Like, do you know what I mean? Let me know in the comments. Like, what fight has Malik Scott coached? Like, he ain't coached nobody. He ain't done shit. Do you know what I mean? So how can you get a fighter like Wilder? Even though Wilder's not an elite boxer, but Wilder's one of the biggest names in heavyweight boxing or in boxing, period. How can Malik Scott get him? Do you know what I mean? That he wasn't ready for a Wilder. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't ready to coach someone like a Wilder, especially Wilder with limited abilities. He's got a knockout power, but his limited ability. And Malik Scott with no experience of coaching a guy of that level, the caliber of fight of a Wilder in terms of like his name. I just felt like that matchup was never going to work. That partnership was never going to work. And also, another thing I didn't like about that team up between Malik Scott and Wilder, what I didn't like about it is that one thing I liked about Wilder, yeah, is his whole character. Do you know what I mean? His persona, like bomb squad, like him being very aggressive and him talking bare shit, talking smack and all that, yeah. Like, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I loved it. I love that smack talk. Like I love the trash talk during the build-up of a fight. I love all that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not really one of them people that complain about fighters using bad language or using what do you call it, like talking about, yo, I'm gonna rip your head off, I'm gonna kill you. Like I don't give a shit about all that, man. I love it. You're selling the fight. There's a few people that complain about, oh, boxers shouldn't use bad language, etc. You should be example to the kids. Yo, how are you an example to the kids, yeah, but you're getting in a ring and trying to rip each other's head off? Like, how does that work, mate? Like, you basically gonna go in the ring and try and beat the crap out of that guy, yeah? How are these man examples to kids, mate? Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, miss me with that bullshit, man. It don't even fucking make no sense, man. Do you know what I mean about example to the kids, man? Get the hell out of here, man. The kids are gonna be watching them knock each other's heads off in a few months, in a few weeks. What you on about, man? Get out of here, man. Yeah, man. Listen, I love that about Wilder. I love when Wilder was Wilder, like wild. Do you know what I mean? No pun intended. But I love that about Wilder talking shit, like the whole build up. That's why I loved it. But when he linked up, when Wilder linked up with Malik Scott, yeah, all of a sudden he became this ambassador type of diplomat type of guy. Do you know what I mean? Wilder became this guy that all of a sudden he wanted peace in the Middle East, peace. He wanted to bring peace to the world. Do you know what I mean? Like Wilder wanted to win the Nobel Peace Prize. You know, all of a sudden, I don't know, man. I don't know if he became vegan. He stopped eating meat. Do you know what I mean? Hey, pause. Hey, when I say stop eating meat, pause on that. But you know what I mean, yeah? Yeah, man. He just, like, Wilder just changed. He became like this Buddhist monk. Do you know what I mean? It's all of a sudden, Wilder's talking good about his opponents. You know, Wilder's humble. Listen, it's all good, yeah. And even me myself, I appreciate growth in it. There's nothing wrong with growth and people maturing and you know what I mean, like realizing like there's more to life in it. I get that, but as a fighter, yeah, once you lose that fire in you, once you lose that hunger in you, yeah, it takes something away. Do you know what I mean? And Wilder, he needs that. He needs that fire. Do you know what I mean? And Malik Scott took that away from him. He tried to turn Wilder into something that Wilder is not. You know, like you should always let people be who they are. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the reason why Malik Scott did that is because physically he couldn't train Wilder. As a coach, like, in terms of like boxing ability, he couldn't train Wilder. He couldn't teach Wilder new things. So he thought, you know what? I want to work on his mental game. Do you know what I mean? I want to try and get him to be a bit more calm, a bit more at ease, a bit more peaceful. Do you know what I mean? A little bit more humble. But that backfired, man, because what? Do you know what I mean? Like they had one win against some washed up guy, Hellenius, whatever the guy's called. Know what I mean? Apart from that, they got smacked up in every single fight, man. Do you know what I mean? And you know those fights that Wilder was involved in. Do you know what I mean? He never looked the same. Yeah, I know that the Tyson Fury beatings obviously did a lot for him, like took a lot out of Wilder, but still, Malik Scott was the wrong guy all along, man. It was just the wrong partnership between these two guys. Because Malik Scott as a coach, I don't rate him. I wouldn't go as far as saying he's rubbish, yeah. But watch Malik Scott now that Wilder's left him, yeah. I don't know who's he gonna coach. Do you know what I mean? He's not. Malik Scott is not gonna coach nobody, bruv. Do you know what I mean? There's no fighter right now in boxing that is that's belling up Malik Scott's phone. Like there's no one calling. There's no one texting him, no one emailing him. There's no one on his DMs, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Trying to get Malik Scott to coach them. So Malik Scott, yeah, man, you just go hide in the dark somewhere. Go take your peaceful whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, Malik Scott though, his wife though, isn't it? She's nice though. I forgot her name. She covers football and boxing. I forgot her name. Kate Abdul or something like that. Kate Abdul or something, yeah. Thierry Henry was apparently, do you know what I mean, flirting with Malik Scott. Got a bit mad about that, but it's crazy. Yeah, guys, let me know in the comments, man. What you think of Malik Scott and Deontay Wilder breaking up? Well, Malik Scott got fired by Deontay Wilder. Dave Course, Mark Brilliant was a good coach that he sacked. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Mark Brilliant was a good coach, man. Listen, Wilder was very limited, man. Wilder was a Wilder is a limited fighter. Do you know what I mean? Wilder ain't offering nothing in terms of his boxing ability. Like Mark Brilliant helped him, like got him to a level where he became a world champion with his limited abilities. Do you know what I mean? So that was a big mistake by Deontay Wilder getting rid of Mark Brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Mark Brilliant did a fantastic job for Deontay Wilder. Who's up next? Anthony Dilly. I heard Scott has taken on a new fighter. Who? Who has Scott taken on? Please, man. Mate. I bet he's not an elite fighter, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Who has Malik Scott taken on? I don't think Malik Scott is taking on anyone interesting. Me as a fighter, yeah, looking from the outside. Listen, a lot of people might know I'm a coach, you know. I'm a boxing coach myself, but obviously I'm an amateur boxing coach. I coach the kids all the way up to like 18 and stuff like that. And like, I mean, even me, I'm a level 1, yeah, and I'm still learning the ropes as I'm still learning my coach. I'm still going through the levels and everything like that. And I'm surrounded by like old school coaches. Like, do you know what I mean? People have been doing it for a while, not even a while, man. I'm talking like 40 plus years. Do you know what I mean? And even me, with my limited coaching abilities as I'm learning, I watch Malik Scott, do you know what I mean, in those public workouts, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I'm just like, bro, what are you teaching this guy? Like, you're gonna kill Wilder's career, man, which he did. Do you know what I mean? That's why you see Wilder now. Now Wilder is actually feeling fired up again. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you watch Wilder's recent interviews, like in the last couple of days or weeks that he's released, yeah, Wilder's like, he's talking a bit more confident. It seems like that fire's burning again under his belly, yeah. He feels like he's got a bit more hunger about him. Do you know what I mean? It feels like Wilder's got that bit between his teeth again. Do you know what I mean? But I just feel like, even though Wilder mentally is in a good space, like he's got that confidence and he's ready to go again, because of his age and his limited boxing ability, he just won't be able to do it. Like you could have the courage, yeah. You can have what can I say? You can have the determination and you can be positive about completing something, doing something, but your abilities, if you're limited, man. And that's what Wilder is. Wilder is limited. He's always been limited. What saved him was the right hand. The right hand is not there anymore. And this fight he's got on Saturday, mate, this is a must-win fight, man. It's not only a must-win fight, but it also depends on how he wins the fight. Do you know what I mean? If he goes out there and he's a stinker, he's not getting the AJ fight. He's not going to get the big fights because no one's paying to see Deontay Wilder. But if Wilder was to go out and absolutely obliterate the guy and smoke him and give us a small glimpse of the old Wilder, maybe people might just tune in. Do you know what I mean? Maybe people might just decide to tune in. Do you know what I mean? Let's go down. Euphoria, yes, Euphoria Dave. Yes, my brother. Welcome back, man. We saying here, Malik Scott isn't the best coach. Wilder needs a serious, well-respected coach. Yeah, man. That's what I was just that's what I just been saying. Wilder needs a serious coach. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, even if at this stage of his career, yeah, even if Wilder was to go to someone like a Jonathan Banks, or even someone like a Andy Lee, who's been doing really well with Joseph Parker, or even if he goes with Sugar Hill, do you know what I mean, who coaches Tyson Fury, like, there's only so much they can do to improve Wilder because of his age. Do you know what I mean? It's so hard to teach an old dog new tricks. Do you know what I mean? Like, that saying is true. It's so hard to teach an old dog new tricks. And it doesn't matter what coach he goes to, like, the room for improvement, there's not much room for improvement when it comes to Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? It's sad, but it's just the truth, man. I'm just keeping it real. He's gonna turn 40 years old. Do you know what I mean? There's 40 years old, man. His legs are gone. He's never had legs. His legs look like toothpicks, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like Wilder's legs look like toothpicks, so he's never had the legs anyway. But his legs are completely gone. Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. All the best to Wilder, but I don't really see what more can Wilder achieve. But I understand that Wilder, is gonna be looking for one last big payday. Do you know what I mean? He's really after that AJ fight, and he might get it. He might get it. Do you know what I mean? And AJ, I think AJ is open to that fight as well. And if Wilder goes out there on Saturday and has a stinker, AJ might just fancy it. Do you know what I mean? AJ might just say, you know what, let me just fight this guy. I can probably knock him out at this stage anyway. And a lot of people still want to see that fight between AJ and Wilder. I don't want to see it. I don't really care for it because we should have seen that fight 7 years ago when both guys were at the pump. You know, but obviously greed, promoters, managers, both guys ducking each other, he got in the way of that fight. Do you know what I mean? But if those two fought 7 years ago, what a fight that would have been, man. Let me know in the comments, man. 7 years ago, who would have won the fight, Wilder or Joshua? I reckon, I'll be honest, I'm an Anthony Joshua fan, but I reckon at that time, Wilder had so much power, man, and AJ hasn't got the best head movement or upper body movement or the best legs either. So Wilder would have eventually caught AJ. And I believe that once Wilder connected, I think AJ would have went to sleep, man. If someone like Andy Ruiz is knocking down AJ, Wilder would have obliterated AJ, man. But it would have been a thing where whoever lands first, innit? Do you know what I mean? Whoever lands first. But I feel like out of the both guys 7 years ago, Wilder had the most power. Like he had that one punch KO. Do you know what I mean? Joshua also, but Joshua probably had to catch you 2 times before he pushed you out. But Wilder can just switch your lights off with one punch. Crazy. So yeah, we covered. So that's the Wilder, Deontay Wilder. That's all covered. Deontay Wilder has split with his coach, Malik Scott. He's gone his separate way. Does anyone know who Wilder's linking up with now, though? Because now that Malik Scott is gone, Wilder's going to fight in what? In 2 days or a day and a half, whatever. Bit late in the day to split with your coach, innit? Who's going to be in his corner? Does anyone know? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, let's go down these two. Patel, Wilder versus Crawford will be a good fight. Mate, Wilder versus Crawford. Which Crawford? Are you talking about the Crawford that's fighting Canelo? Is there another Crawford in the heavyweight division? Yeah, I don't know any Crawford in the heavyweight division. So there will never be a fight between Wilder and Crawford because Wilder's a heavyweight. Crawford is a super welterweight at best, mate. Wilder was overrated from the beginning once he fought real top boxers. That's when Wilder got exposed, in my opinion. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, man. Like, you're exactly right, Dave. That's what I was saying. Wilder never had that boxing ability. Do you know what I mean? That was never what Wilder was about. Do you know what I mean? Wilder was about, you know, getting that one punch KO. But it's funny though, we say Wilder he's not that good, he hasn't got that ability, but he's called a bronze bomber for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Because he came third in the Olympics. Wilder won a bronze medal in the Olympics. Do you know what I mean? And listen, to go to the Olympics, yeah, that's like basically amateur level, innit? And you have to know how to box, innit? But then again, it's heavyweights, innit? So I need to watch back those Olympics where Wilder came when he won the bronze medal. I need to see, did he just knock everyone out? He probably did, didn't he? Because I don't believe Wilder outboxed people. He probably just went in there, just knocked everyone out, man. Yeah, Wilder was very limited. Wilder was very limited, man. Not even was, he still is. And now that he's older, he's 40 years old, even worse. Even worse. Let's look at what else was making the rounds. Yeah, man. Let's talk Canelo. You know, someone mentioned Crawford here. Let's touch on that Canelo and and Canelo and Crawford. A picture leaked in it. There was a picture that leaked of Canelo and Crawford, and these guys were having a meal in Riyadh, out in Saudi, with Turki Al-Sheikh. You had Canelo there. You had Terence Crawford. You had Turki Al-Sheikh. They was having these buffet, whatever, you know, big ass table, food everywhere. And Turki Al-Sheikh decided to actually post this picture of the three of them together having dinner on his Instagram page. And I was thinking to myself, yo, that's wild. Like, why would you do that? Why would Turki Al-Sheikh post a picture of Crawford and Canelo having dinner together, looking all buddy or friendly, yeah? When these two guys are gonna fight in like 3 months, man. Like, that's crazy. That's wild, man. You're just giving. I feel like that was a big on goal, because you're just giving. You're giving life. You're breathing life into conspiracy theories. Do you know what I mean? Because when I was looking at the comments here, underneath the picture, everyone was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, how are you guys having dinner? Do you know what I mean? Everyone then, you know, people then started getting to be suspicious. Oh, the fight is a setup. Do you know what I mean? They already know who the winner is. That's what people were saying in the comments. And at the time, I made a video about it, and I said, yo, Turki Al-Sheikh should never really, like, why are you dropping that picture, man? Do you know what I mean? You should never do that. Like, listen, we all know in boxing, yeah, there's, like, obviously you get some fighters where there's real rivalry, where there's real bad blood. Like, for example, who can I use recently? Eubank versus Ben. Do you know what I mean? Eubank Jr. versus Ben. We know there's bad blood there because their dads fought each other. There's legacy there, family feud. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot on the line. They have to protect, honor their family, their fathers, whatever. That's, them guys really don't like each other, like, for real, for real. Do you know what I mean? So on the build up to that fight, it was good. It was entertaining because, and us as the fans, we believed, like, the drama. We was like, yo, this is some real shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, them two, I get that's real beef here. But in boxing, yeah, 95% of the time, yeah, it's just business, man. Like, these fighters don't really have real beef with each other. Do you know what I mean? There's no real beef, man. Do you know what I mean? Listen, at the end of the day, how you have to look at it is, you have to feed your family, I have to feed my family. Do you know what I mean? Listen, you're in my way, I'm in your way. We're gonna fight in the ring, in it, like, the winner takes the money, whatever. Do you know what I mean? We both get paid. It's business at the end of the day. It's not really personal with these fighters. You know what I mean? Like I said, 95% of them, it's just business, man. Do you know what I mean? So we get it. We get it. We know Crawford and Canelo don't have no real beef. Do you know what I mean? We know that there are no real beef. These guys have been around each other smiling and shit. But what we don't want to see, as boxing fans, we don't want to see fighters, two guys are going to fight each other having dinner together. Like, this is not what boxing is about. We as the fans want to see some level of competitiveness. We want to see a bit of bitterness. We want to see a bit of verbal. Do you know what I mean? A bit of back and forth as well to sell the fight. Because once we see that you're friendly, it looks like you don't care, man. Do you know what I mean? It looks fake, man. Do you know what I mean? It looks like a setup. Do you know what I mean? It's like you already know who's gonna win. So that was a big mistake from Turki Al-Sheikh to drop that picture on his Instagram. And you can tell that Turki Al-Sheikh and his team and Crawford, Canelo, you can tell that they read the comments in it under that post, because what did they do? During the press conference, the first press conference, the second press conference, all of a sudden these guys are, you know what I mean? They're talking smack now. Canelo talking smack. Crawford is talking smack. Do you know what I mean? All of a sudden, these guys have beef. That's why I dropped the video. You can go check it on my channel. It's called Fake Beef. Yeah, the title is Fake Beef. Sorry, the thumbnail says Fake Beef. When you go check. I was like, yo, oh, so you guys get the message now, right? Do you know what I mean? You get the message that the fans don't like all that friendly, buddy shit that you guys are trying to do. Do you know what I mean? That's why you saw Canelo kind of push Crawford, yeah, to kind of just sell the fight a bit more, to make it look real, like these guys really hate each other. But in real honesty, they don't really hate each other. There's no beef there. Do you know what I mean? There's no beef. Do you know what I mean? There's absolutely no beef. Both guys like each other, but like I said, you need to sell the fight, especially to the purists. Like us purists, hardcore hardcore fans that really like love this sport, that follow every single fight and really we're about our boxing. Yeah, like we can't buy that fake shit. Like we're not about that. Do you know what I mean? Like we can read through that shit. We can see the bullshit. Do you know what I mean? You can't do that. But if you want to sell the fight, especially to the casuals, and that you have to do a bit of like that Floyd Mayweather, that Conor McGregor, even though I don't like Jake Paul, yeah, I think the guy's a clown. Like, he's bad for boxing. He's just using boxing to make money, whatever. Yeah, he's not a real fighter. Yeah, he's not even like a British level fighter. The guy is like, Jake Paul is like a white collar boxer. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not skilled at all, man. Like, even with all the money and resources, whatever, he can afford the best coaches. Like, his boxing is all right, man. He hasn't improved dramatically. And as soon as he fought like a real boxer, someone that's active, but someone that's shit as well, in Tommy Fury, he lost. You know what I mean? Jake Paul lost. But one thing I will say about Jake Paul, even though I just trashed him right now, one thing I'll say about Jake Paul is that he knows how to sell a fight. Do you know what I mean? With the trash talk and shit like that. That's why you see that he sells a lot of pay-per-views. He sells more than real boxers. Do you know what I mean? Jake Paul sells more than 95% of these champions, man. Do you know what I mean? And it's all because of the way he builds up the fights, the trash talk, and the entertainment. Do you know what I mean? So these real boxers, so-called champions, can learn a thing or two from fake Paul. Do you know what I mean? Some call him Jake Paul. I call him fake Paul. Do you know what I mean? So now that Crawford and Canelo are starting to build that little bitterness, pushing each other, verbals, oh, I'll beat you, you beat me, talking all that smack. Canelo with his broken English, you know what I mean? I'll smack, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up, man. I'll smack you, man. I like that for Canelo. Wait, Canelo's English kills me. Canelo's broken English kills me, man. But yeah, but that's what we need, man. We need more need in the fight. We need fighters like really like pushing each other, shoving. I don't mind a bit of that. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind the verbal. I don't mind the back and forth, cussing each other and all that. Listen, it's all part of the build-up. It's all part of selling the fight. So, yeah, just to cover that, Canelo, Crawford, yeah, it's getting serious now. Do you know what I mean? But let me know in the comments who you think is going to win between Crawford and Canelo. Let me know, guys. I think for me, like I said, man, I'll obviously drop videos on it. I'll do fight breakdowns, analysis, and everything like that. The closer the fight gets. But for now, if you ask me right now, who's going to win out, Canelo and Crawford, I'm going Canelo, man. Simply because Canelo's fought every single style. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing new that Canelo hasn't seen. He's fought big guys, little guys. Like, he's fought everyone. Southpaw, Canelo's fought orthodox. He's fought like unorthodox fighters. Like, Canelo's seen everything. Do you know what I mean? Canelo's got the experience. He's got everything. Do you know what I mean? So if Crawford was going up to 168 pounds, yeah, to fight like some paper champ, like something you got like paper champs. If Crawford was going up to fight anyone else, I'll put my money on. I'm not a betting man, but I'll be putting my money on Crawford to win. Do you know what I mean? Because Crawford is in my top 5 fighters of all time. Do you know what I mean? I rate him that highly. For me, Crawford is that good. But he's going up against Canelo, who's got experience, who's fought everybody. Canelo's fought Mayweather, Triple G, Cotto. Mate, he's fought Lara. Mate, Canelo's fought everyone. Do you know what I mean? Kovalev, Bivol. Like, Canelo's fought everyone. Do you know what I mean? So I find it hard to bet against Canelo in this fight. But Crawford will give you a good go. Do you know what I mean? He'll give it a good go. I just feel like the size difference, will be telling. Once Canelo starts going to the body with them big shots, I can see Crawford crumbling, man. Crawford struggled a bit against Madrimov and 154. Do you know what I mean? And Madrimov is nowhere near Canelo. Do you know what I mean? So can you imagine what Canelo will do? But competitive fight, one of the biggest fights of our generation, that's for sure. So I can't wait for that September the 13th. Let me read a few comments here. Patel, will Wilder win tomorrow? Well, he better do. Wilder has to win. It's a must-win fight for him. Anything less than listen, mate. Anything less than a win is over. If he gets a draw, you know what I mean? If he loses, he's over. It's curtains. You know what I mean? But how many times have we said that? You know what I mean? Wilder's lost like 3 fights. I don't know how many fights he's lost, but we keep saying it should be curtains for Wilder, but he keeps coming back. But he has to win. I hope he wins because I want to see him fight Anthony Joshua. I don't really care too much about the Joshua fight, but I would like to see it. You know what I mean? If they announce it, it'll be interesting. I'll talk about it and I'll watch it, you know? So I got Crawford beating Canelo, Enzo. Did you know Turkey offering 6 million? Canelo Crawford gets KO? Man, Dave, man. Mate, listen. You're a brave man. Listen, by the way, you know, shout out to Uphobia Dave. He's one of the longest members. Do you know what I mean? Like, subscribe to the channel. He's been here from day one, always supporting the channel. I really appreciate you. My brother is always here. Do you know what I mean? He's proper loyal to the channel. I appreciate that. Loyalty is what we need. Do you know what I mean? In this world. You got Crawford winning. How have you got Crawford winning? Do you know what I mean? How you got, you know, that this is the thing that the conversations that I'm having with people, like how you got Crawford winning, man? You know what I mean? Like how? Like you think Crawford would be able to just outbox Canelo the whole fight? You know, do you think Crawford would be able to knock out Canelo? I don't see a way on this green earth how Crawford knocks out Canelo or even a tick. Canelo has never been dropped. Like Canelo has never even been dropped. He's never taken a knee or taken an 8 count. Never. Like never. He's never done it. And he's fought Triple G. And at that time, Triple G was in his pump. One of the hardest hitters in the world at that time, Triple G was. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know how you think Crawford wins this fight. For me, just I don't see it. But he could. Look, Crawford is world class. He could go out there and deliver masterclass boxing and win on points. But I just feel like because of the size of Canelo, because of the experience of Canelo, I just feel like Canelo eventually will wear him down. Do you know what I mean? He's eventually going to get to... Crawford is probably going to win the early exchanges. Like from round 1 to like 5, Crawford might actually be 5 rounds up by the time we get to round 6. Do you know what I mean? And I say this because if you watch the fight between Canelo and Crawford and Canelo and Amir Khan was doing really well in that fight. Do you know what I mean? Amir Khan was actually outboxing and outlanding Canelo in the first 4 rounds. Do you know what I mean? But eventually the size told, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, and it was a devastating knockout by Canelo. Go, if you haven't seen that fight between Amir Khan and Saul Canelo Alvarez, go on YouTube and check it out, mate. That should give you an indication of how the fight between Canelo and Bud Crawford is probably gonna go. You know, that should give you a little inkling of how the fight is gonna go between them two fighters. Yeah, I've got Canelo winning that fight, man. Do you know what I mean? But listen, if Crawford wins it, it will be amazing. It will be one of the biggest achievements in boxing history. And as Crawford is one of my favorite fighters of all time, I'll be happy for him. I'll be super happy for him, and that's just gonna cement his legacy. He's going up 2 weight classes. That's gonna cement Crawford's legacy, man. That's for sure. Let's read a few of the comments here. Did I miss any comments? David Cross, Malik did not help the matters. He did smoke a nice cigar. I'll give him that. Yeah, listen, going back to that Wilder fight, the Wilder Malik Scott obviously is being sacked. People are saying it the nice way. He's parted way with Deontay Wilder, but really and truly, he's being sacked, man, for being a shit coach, man. You know what I mean? I am mincing my words, man. He's being sacked, man. Let's go here. Let's find Let's talk now. Let's move on to Joseph Parker. So Joseph Parker, there's been a lot of confusion when it comes to Joseph Parker because he was linked. Joseph Parker was linked with fighting what's his name? Dillian White. Everyone thought Dillian White was gonna fight Joseph Parker. Then that fight didn't happen. And then the fight didn't happen because Dillian White was then booked to fight Moses Saitoma. Do you know what I mean? He was Dillian White was then booked to fight Moses Saitoma. So that Parker lost that fight. Do you know what I mean? And then what's his name? And then there was a big rumor about Joseph Parker fighting Derek Chisora, the trilogy fight in September. And even Derek Chisora came out. I think I watched an interview. He was on a radio station, and he said that there are talks going on between Del Boy's team and Parker for a trilogy in September. But the only thing is, Parker, he wants a stay busy fight. Derek Chisora, he wants a title fight. Del Boy doesn't just want to fight, someone that's looking just to get a couple of rounds with him. Nah. Derek Chisora is going to be his next fight. His next fight is going to be his 50th fight. Yeah, that's his 50th fight. Apparently, listen, we have to just take Del Boy at his word here, but he said this is going to be his last fight. But his last fight should have been 7 years ago. He's still fighting. Yeah, his 50th fight. He wants his 50th fight to be for a world title. He wants to go out with a bang. He wants a big money fight and a world title. Now, Derek Chisora is the current IBF mandatory. So what Del Boy wants to do, he wants to wait to see, what happens between Usyk and Dubois. After the 19th of July, after we get the undisputed fight, most likely those belts are going to be fragmented. Yeah, those belts are going to be split. The IBF, WBA, whatever. Because if Usyk loses, there's a rematch clause in there. If Usyk was to lose, there's a rematch clause. Now, if Usyk wins, he's undisputed for the second time. Obviously, he's not going to be able to defend all them titles, man. Do you know what I mean? Because as soon as he wins the next day, IBF, WBO, they're all going to enforce the mandatory. So he won't be able to defend it. He's going to have to drop some of those belts. Do you know what I mean? Then that will free up the likes of Joseph Parker, the likes of Kabayao, the likes of who else is there? The likes of Derek Chisora, like I said, Del Boy. Yeah, so that will free them up. They can fight for those titles. So I can understand the logic of Derek Chisora. Do you know what I mean? Parker wants to get rounds, but Derek Chisora is like, yo, no, I want to fight for a title. Do you know what I mean? And Derek Chisora, he will fight Joseph Parker if there's a title on the line. That's exactly what he's going to do. Do you know what I mean? So that fight kind of looks like it's not going to happen between Derek Chisora and Joseph Parker. And then we wait a couple of days after, boom, another news comes out. Joseph Parker versus you get Joseph Parker versus Dave Allen. Now, Dave Allen, he just came off a big win over Johnny Fisher. And apparently his people, someone reached out to Joseph Parker's people on behalf of Dave Allen. They want to fight Joseph Parker. And Joseph Parker, he needs the rounds. He wants to stay active. So it's looking like it's going to be Joseph Parker versus Dave Allen in September. That's what's going to happen. Now, I went behind the scenes, you know what I mean? I went digging, I went searching, spoke to a couple of my sources. Do you know what I mean? And they're telling me that I thought at first that fight is not going to happen. I thought to myself, yo, there's no way that Dave Allen and Joseph Parker is going to happen. I thought I completely dismissed it and I dropped the video, yeah? But apparently that fight is happening, though. That fight is happening. I spoke to a few people behind the scenes and they told me, listen, there might be a little Matchroom versus Queensbury 5-on-5, and the headliners are gonna be Joseph Parker, and Dave Allen. So listen, watch that space. It might happen. But listen, I'm gonna bring in my boy Yems to join me on this live. He's gonna, we're gonna talk with him as well. The latest. Let's see, is he on there? We're gonna talk the latest boxing news with my boy Yems as well. He's solid as well. He knows his things. He knows his boxing, man. 1 second, I'm just trying to get Yems on the live. But guys, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I think Yems is there now, man. Yo, Yems, what's good? Can you hear me?
Yo. Yeah, chilling, bro.
You can hear me,
How
yeah?
you doing?
Oh, good, oh, good. Mate, you're a little bit, you're a bit behind on it.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Oh, can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. We said we were just I was just talking about Joseph Parker, Dave Allen. Did you hear about that news? The little rumors
Yeah, I
going
did
up.
earlier this.
Joseph Parker.
Yeah,
What do you think?
Bro, the network again, man. I think I'm gonna have to leave, bro.
Is the network bad?
Yeah, it's bad again, man.
All right, try and reconnect. Try and reconnect. If not, then we'll catch you when you come back to it. I said try and reconnect. If you can't reconnect, I'll try and get you back when you get to the UK.
I don't even think that'll make a difference. I think it's just the network's bad. Like it works, it works fine, yeah. But like when I'm on the live, it just, I don't know.
Yeah, now you're fine. What do you think of the rumors that circulate with the fight for Joseph Parker versus Dave Allen?
I think it's a great opportunity for Dave Allen, but I feel for Parker, it should be quite an easy win for him, to be honest. I feel some people are getting too carried away by the Johnny Fisher victory, but we've got to remember the level that Johnny Fisher was on.
But then you say that, yeah, but before Dave Allen fought Johnny Fisher, everyone was hyping up Johnny Fisher, man. He was the next best thing, man, until Dave Allen smoked him.
Yeah, he did for sure. But Johnny Fisher, he was fighting a bunch of not journeymen, but no one of like a decent level, even at least.
So who you go? Joseph Parker, that easy win.
Wait, say that again. Cut out.
Who you go? Joseph Parker for the easy win.
Yeah, it should be relatively comfortable. I'd say maybe a late stoppage, like rounds 8 to 10. I'd say.
All right. Listen, man. Hey, Yems, we're gonna leave you, man. The network is just crazy.
Yeah.
But listen, man. Yeah, therefore, listen. If you're on TikTok, go check out Yems Talks Boxing, man. He's one of the best one out there, man, for sure. Check him out on TikTok. Yems, I'll see you when you're back in the UK, bro. We'll do it proper.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah,
peace.
See you later.
See you later. One, bro. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, I like to have Yems on my on the what you call it, on the lives, yeah, but his network is poor. He's in Nigeria right now. The Wi-Fi is not good. So when he's back in the UK, I feel we're gonna do a lot of work together, because he knows his boxing, and I like people like that. Like I was saying, just to continue on the Joseph Parker versus Johnny Allen. Yeah, listen, no, not Johnny Allen, Dave Allen. Sorry, Dave Allen. I'm talking about Johnny Allen. Dave Allen. It's an interesting fight. It's an interesting fight. For me personally, if you know me and you watch my videos on the channel, yeah, and I always say to people, I don't think Parker needs no stay busy fight. Like, I have a lot of people from New Zealand and Australia, Samoa, Tonga, down under, the Pacific, they watch my channel, yeah, and they always say to me, no, Enzo, Parker needs the rounds. Mate, Parker don't need the rounds, mate. This said 1973, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. The advancement of sports science and technology, mate. These fighters, they don't, mate, a lot of fighters fight once a year, man. Terence Crawford fights once a year. Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, They fight twice, max. Do you know what I mean? It's not a big deal, especially for these heavyweights. It's not really a big deal getting rounds and that. Joseph Parker, he's always training. I watch his I follow him on social media. The guy trains every single day. He's in the gym training, so he's good. He's good. He's staying active. He's staying fit. He doesn't need a stay busy fight. Do you know what I mean? Because I say that because I'll say the same thing I say on my videos. Yeah. Why should Joseph Parker get a stay busy fight and risk not just losing? Yeah, because listen, as much as people can say, yo, Dave Allen is easy and Joseph Parker is going to beat him easy, whatever. You can say all that, but don't forget, man, it's heavyweight boxing. Anything can happen. Because if Joseph Parker goes in that ring against Dave Allen, yeah, and in the middle of the round, he twists his ankle or something like that, or his knee goes, mate, and all of a sudden he can't move around the ring, mate, there's a chance that Dave Allen can knock him out. Because Dave Allen can punch. We've seen it. He can punch. And if he, these heavyweights, if they crack you on the jaw, you will go down. So why should Parker risk something like that or risk an injury? He might win the fight, but then he might get a bad cut. Do you know what I mean? Or he might do his shoulders in or his elbow, whatever. He might need surgery or his broken arm or whatever. Broken fist or whatever. He might need surgery. Now, that surgery takes him out of the game for like, I don't know, a year or something like that. What does Parker do then? Do you know what I mean? All of a sudden, you're giving Frank Warren an excuse not to give Parker a title shot. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what Frank Warren has been doing for a while. He doesn't want to give Joseph Parker the title shot. So why give him another excuse? So for me, Joseph Parker does not need a stay busy fight. He doesn't need it because he's a mandatory for the WBO. He's going to get a title fight next. That is guaranteed. As long as he's fit and he's ready to go, Joseph Parker, he's guaranteed a title shot. Do you know what I mean? So there's no need for Joseph Parker to have a stay busy fight. But if Joseph Parker himself wants to have a stay busy fight, let him have it. Do you know what I mean? Let him have it. But for me, I don't think it's necessary, man. Joseph Parker can go in that ring against a Daniel Dubois, Alexander Usyk without having a stay busy fight in between that. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people, especially the casuals or people who have just started watching boxing, like Joseph Parker is not new to the game. Do you know what I mean? Joseph Parker has been around for years. Joseph Parker, I think he's been around the same amount of time as Anthony Joshua, man, and Fury. Joseph Parker has been around for years, mate. He's just a bit younger than Joshua. I think Joseph Parker is 33 years old, but he's been around for years. He's been the world champion. He's the former heavyweight champion of the world. Do you know what I mean? So he's not like a new kid on the block, whatever. He's been around. He's got the experience, So he knows how to maneuver, how to get around in the boxing ring. Do you know what I mean? So we're trying to act like Joseph Parker is this new kid on the block and he needs to stay busy and stay active. Nah, he doesn't need that. He doesn't need that at all. Let's read a few comments here. Let's read his Phobia Dave again. Dave Allen got to punch his chance for sure. I just think Parker on a different level, Enzo. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. Yeah, definitely. Parker is definitely on a different level. That's 100%. That's for sure. That's without a shadow of a doubt. That's not even a debate. Parker is ahead. He's miles ahead of Dave Allen. But like Ophobia Dave said, he's got to punch his chance. Do you know what I mean? He's got to punch his chance. Anything can happen in that ring. So we got Parker there. That fight, by the way, Dave Allen and Parker, from what I've heard from the people that I've spoken to, that could be happening. Do you know what I mean? That could be happening. There's meant to be in September, there might be a Rhea season card where is a 5v5 Queensbury Promotions versus Eddie Hearn's Matchroom. They'll do a 5v5 and the headliners are going to be Joseph Parker and Dave Allen. They're going to scrap it out. Do you know what I mean? And you've heard it here first, by the way. So when that fight is announced, make sure you give the credits to Enzo, eh? Yes, as with David Coase agreed. I'm thinking you agree with my assessment on Parker not needing a stay busy fight, right? All right, let's look at any other business, any other boxing news. But the breaking news tonight is Deontay Wilder has gone his separate ways with his coach, trainer, whatever you call it, Malik Scott. Let's look at what else is there. What else have I missed? What else have I missed? By the way, anyway, talking about Jake Paul, let me know in the comments, man. Who do you think is going to win this weekend? Jake Paul or Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.? I think Jake Paul wins it, man. I think Jake Paul is going to win. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., I mean, listen, he's 39 years old, nearly 40. For me, he's washed anyway, man. And I've never rated him. I don't think he's any good. I saw the beating that Canelo put on him. I think even Anderson Silva, who's a UFC fighter, beat him. And guess what? Jake Paul beat Anderson Silva. So we can already see where that fight is going, innit? What is it called? Jake Paul probably is giving him a few brand envelopes. Listen, just take a dive. Do you know what I mean? But let me know in the comments who you think wins that fight between Jake Paul and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I've got Jake Paul winning that fight, fake Paul winning that fight. And another news as well, you go here. I'm just reading off Ring Magazine. Frank Warren has told the Ring that Queensberry would like to put on a card in Germany this autumn, headlined by Ajit Kabayao. Wow. That's another guy that we forgot about, Ajit Kabayao. Ajit Kabayao, he's a potential rival for Joseph Parker, isn't it? Ajit Kabayao. But I think he's with the WBA, I think. He might be in line for the WBA title. But a lot of people do want to see Joseph Parker versus Ajit Kabayao. That'll be a very interesting fight, you know. Ajit Kabayao, the work that Ajit Kabayao puts to the body is crazy. It's amazing. Like I was so impressed the way Ajit Kabayao beat Zhilei Zhang. I've never seen no one do that to Zhilei Zhang, man. Do you know what I mean? Like Zhilei Zhang gets tired. You know what I mean? He's got no fitness, no stamina, whatever. But the way Kabayao just went to the body and absolutely obliterated Zhilei Zhang. I looked at Zhilei Zhang's face, yeah, like during the rounds, and he just looked like, my God, just get this guy off me, man. Do you know what I mean? It's not like Kabayao was fighting from the outside or no. Kabayao was on the inside. Like he was right there with Zhang saying like, yo, go on, show me what you got. You know what I mean? Kabayao even got dropped. He got back up and started working on the body again, the body shots. I was like, rah, that's crazy. That is crazy, man. And the way Zhilei Zhang just dropped and thought, you know what, I'm done. This is too much, man. Kabayao is definitely one to watch out for, man. He's a problem. He's a problem for anybody. Usyk, Dubois, Parker. You know what I mean? He's a problem for anybody. But I would like to see Kabayao and Parker. I want to see them fight each other for a title. I don't want to see Parker or Kabayao eliminate each other. I want to see these two guys just when they face each other. Because right now, my favorite fighters in the heavyweight division, I have Kabayao and I have Joseph Parker. Do you know what I mean? These are the guys that I really like in the heavyweight division at the moment. And I don't want them two guys to fight each other like for an elimination or something, to eliminate each other. I want them to fight each other for the title. Like, do you know what I mean? If one of them is gonna lose, I want it to be for them losing while trying to win a title. Do you know what I mean? Dave back again. I like to see Chavez win, but it will be a setup and a Jake Paul win. Yeah, man, he's looking that way, isn't it? It's looking like a setup, man. Do you know what I mean? But what do you guys think? Like, do you think every single fight that Jake Paul has is a setup? I used to think that, you know, I really used to think like just paying these guys off to take a dive, man. Especially that Mike Tyson fight. What I didn't understand about the Mike Tyson fight is that during the build-up to the fight, they're showing us all these clips of Mike Tyson, like bringing back the old days, slipping, do you know what I mean? Slipping the punches, going hard on the pads, and like, you know what I mean? Like, Mike Tyson looked devastating. Do you know what I mean? He was putting in work. But during the fight, when the actual fight happened, Mike Tyson, what the hell happened, man? He was biting his glove. He was crying in the corner. I'm like, what the F is going on here, bro? Like, this can't be Mike Tyson. Like, I get it. Mike Tyson's what, 58, whatever, 60 years old. Yeah, obviously it's not going to be the same. But, like, even Jake Paul was right there. Like, he was right in front of him. Mike Tyson could have just clocked him with one right hand, yeah? But Mike Tyson would hesitate. Or he would just brush him. Like, I'm like, yo, this, I don't know, man. That Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight just left a bad taste, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, nah, that shit just look fake, man. Do you know what I mean? It just looked fake, man. And it pissed me off. The fact that Mike Tyson is one of my favorite fighters of all time. That idiot Jake Paul goes, you know, he in his resume, he's got in his CV that he beat Mike Tyson. That's what flipping annoys me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, like Dave said, man, like it might just be a setup, man. But even if it's not a setup, I still think Mike Tyson. Sorry, not Mike Tyson. I still think Julio Cesar Chavez is not good enough, man. He's not. He's just not. The guy's just not good enough, man. I agree with you, Dave. I do think Jake Paul will beat what's his name? He will beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I think he will beat him. Because I think Cesar Chavez Jr. I think he's washed. He ain't got what it takes, man. He ain't got what it takes, man. Where are we now? Okay, we're nearly done an hour. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in today, man. I really appreciate it. We're building a community. If you're new, if you're watching this and you're new to the channel, please go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe as well. You're really going to help us to grow. Every Thursday, I'll be here for an hour. Every single Thursday, just recapping on the latest boxing news, developing news, breaking news, everything. Do you know what I mean? And if you want any question, if you want me to like, if you got any questions or anything like that, it doesn't have to be about boxing. It could be normal, general stuff, whatever. You can DM me as well. You can find us on Instagram on EMGM Sports on Instagram. You can also find us on TikTok as well, EMGM Sports on TikTok. So, you know, give that a follow as well. Again, you're just going to help with algorithm. Yeah, it's just going to keep growing and growing. And also one thing I said, I will be doing a live watch along for all the big fights for the rest of the year. Do you know what I mean? Like I think this Saturday we've got a Wilder fight. I want to do the Wilder fight. I don't know about the time difference and stuff. I might even do the Jake Paul fight as well, not because I want to see Jake Paul, but because I want to watch Zordo Ramirez. Zordo Ramirez, he's got 2 of the belts in the cruiserweight division, and I want him to fight Joe Pataya. Do you know what I mean? I want him to fight Joe Pataya. So I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on that fight between Dorcos, whatever, and Zordo Ramirez, because if Zordo Ramirez was to come through that fight, which he should win, he is the favorite. If Zordo Ramirez wins that fight, that means we get Joe Pataya, you know, and Zordo Ramirez. We're looking at maybe September, if not September, October, latest November, to unify the belt. Do you know what I mean? So that will be a very good fight. That's the only fight that we want to see on in the cruiserweight division. Do you know what I mean? That's the fight that we want to see. What else have I got? What else have I got? What have I missed out on? What have I boxing news? What we got here? Bear with me. What we got here? Edgar Berlanga versus Hamza Shiraz. Yeah, that fight is taking place on the 12th of July. Should be interesting. For some reason, people have got Hamza Shiraz as favorite against Edgar Berlanga. That's crazy, man. Hamza Shiraz has just moved up to 168, and people have got Hamza Shiraz as the favorite. I don't think it's the favorite there, man. I don't think Hamza Shiraz is the favorite. Hamza Shiraz, his last fight against Carlos Adames, he looked terrible. He was rubbish in that fight. He lost that fight. If it wasn't the fact that he was the home fighter, because Hamza Shiraz, he's basically the golden child. Do you know what I mean? He's the main guy for Turkey Al Sheikh and Riyadh season. If he wasn't for that, he would have he would have not even got a draw. He only got a draw because he's the golden boy. He's the poster boy for Riyadh season. Do you know what I mean? But he got outboxed by Carlos Adames in that fight. Do you know what I mean? And Adames should have got the win. He got cheated there. That was never a draw. Never in a million years. So guys, we've hit an hour here. Any final questions before we head out for the night? I've got work tomorrow. I'm still doing a 9 to 5. YouTube ain't paying me right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't just quit my job yet and go full-time on YouTube. I would love to. The dream is to go full-time, to become a full-time YouTuber. You know what I mean? But for now, we have to keep grinding, keep putting the work in. Do you know what I mean? I can't just I can't go full-time yet. Once I go full-time on YouTube, I'll be streaming all day. Do you know what I mean? Because then it's paying me. But right now, still got that 9 to 5. I still have to wake up at 6 in the morning, get ready, and go to work like the rest of us. You know what I mean? Sure. Zordo versus Joe Patai for sure. It must be next, Enzo. Yes, Dave. Yeah, definitely. That's the next fight. That is the next fight that has to be made in the cruiserweight division. I can't wait to see that one there. That is the only fight that we want to see. Any other news? Any other news? No, I think we've covered them all. Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker, Jake Paul, Fake Paul, whatever you want to call him. We've covered everything. Thank you so much, man, to everyone that's tuning in today on this live. I really appreciate it. Please also just give us a follow on the socials as well. I'm trying to build up the socials. It's a challenge, because I do everything. So I'm doing the YouTube, I'm doing the social media bits as well, like Instagram, TikTok, like doing the shorts and everything like that. Like, it is challenging, especially when you're still working like a 9 to 5 and you get home and you're tired and stuff like that. So I still have to get the videos from the YouTube, the main videos, break them down, turn them into shorts, and then put them, post them, these different platforms and that like that. So it's tiring. So I am putting in the work. I am posting more on Instagram, more reels on Instagram. I'm posting more on TikTok as well. So if you can just go ahead and give us a follow on Instagram, it's EMGM Sports on Instagram, EMGM Sports on TikTok. All the links as well, they are gonna be on the description. Just go on my channel, go on the main page. All the links are there as well. So give us a follow on the socials, Instagram, TikTok. I really appreciate it. Again, it just helps with the algorithm. Do you know what I mean? Like, the more likes that you drop on the channel, the more people subscribe, the more comments that you leave, it just grows the channel. Do you know what I mean? It just grows the channel. And also, we have a membership page as well. You can join as a member as well. I think it's like $4.99 a month or something like that. You can join as a member. And the reason why it's so important to join as a member is just it helps me to get other bits for the channel. Just it helps to grow the channel, and it keeps me kind of motivated. If I see there's people that are really interested in the content in the channel and stuff like that, and people that are joining as members, then I can drop so much more content for members only. I am looking to get a couple of interviews with some big fighters coming up as well. So some of that content is gonna go in the members section only. So if you want to see certain videos that I won't drop on the main channel, join as a member. Like, there's some perks in there as well, some goodies. You can win prizes as well. Like, I'm gonna be dropping some real gems on the members section as well. So make sure, yeah, join the members section as well. You get so much more content on there as well. I haven't got a lot. I don't think I have a member on there yet. So yeah, listen, the first person to sign up as a member, I think I'm gonna have to give you a special present. Do you know what I mean? Because I want to get at least, my target is to get at least 10 members, like in the next month. That would be a very, very good achievement as well. So my people, listen, if you're following the channel, go ahead and do that. Once again, thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. Thank you so much for being with me in this live stream. I really appreciate everybody, and I really mean it. Thank you for taking your time out for coming on this live and being with your boy Enzo. Listen, I'm back again next Thursday, but what I'm going to do is I keep sending the link out a little bit late in the evening. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send the link a day before. I'm going to post the link up so more people can see that, yo, Enzo's going to be live. And do you know what I mean? I'm going to do that a little bit early. So make sure that you check the community post, because that's where I put all the info. So if you check the community post, all the info will be there. And yeah, join me next Thursday. If you've got any questions, just DM me ahead of time so that I can prepare for all your questions. If you got any fighter or any fights that you want to kind of like talk about, you want to get some answers to, whatever, send me the questions well in advance so that I can prepare for them. Just DM me the questions on EMGM Sports on Instagram and TikTok. Do you know what I mean? But listen, guys, that is it for today, for tonight, whatever. I really appreciate it. I'll drop a few more videos tomorrow as well. Then I'm back for the live watch along the Deontay Wilder fight on Saturday. So make sure you tune in. You come along, bring your popcorn, bring your coffee. Do you know what I mean? Because it's probably going to be morning, like early morning in America. Isn't it? Like, it's going to be early morning in the UK, evening in America. I don't know what time it's going to be in the Pacific, New Zealand, Australia, but come along and join me, man. It'll be fun. I really appreciate it. Everyone that watches the watch alongs. It's fun. We have fun. Dave, if Phobia Dave will know about it, it's fun. We always have fun. And I always get my predictions right as well. So, yeah, my people, thank you so much for tuning today, man. I'll see you again real soon with another one. Don't forget to smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Peace out.